everyone, we're back again, and we have two new women on the panel. We're going to start just like we do every week with our highs and lows. I'm going to pick on Vanessa like every other week. Go ahead, Vanessa.
Hey guys. So today was a good day. Can't complain. My high was I ended up going to the gym and doing 2 miles on the treadmill, which I thought I wasn't going to be able to do. That was also my low because I tried to go walking earlier today and I didn't get to do it. But I don't think I have a low today. Everything was good. I went to worked from home, smooth day. I try to, have my shake in the morning or lunchtime, went for my 2 mile walk and felt good. So good day.
Sounds
awesome.
Good. What about you, Victoria?
So today I got a lot of cleaning done. That's probably like my high for today. I don't think I got in a small little argument with my husband, but nothing like crazy. So that was probably my low. But other than that, I had a pretty decent day. I wish I would have gotten on the treadmill like Vanessa because I need to start working out again. I'm so bad at it.
Look bad, Vanessa.
I know.
I'm sorry, guys. I fell off for a little bit. Remember, me and Ashley were going when we started this podcast. We were going, and we were like sticking to it, and then we stopped doing it. I had to go back to work full time, so I'm just trying to get back into it. And tomorrow we're going to spin. Ashley, I'm holding you to it.
She's just trying to burn off that pizza, guys. She's trying to burn off that pizza, guys. We know. So my high, I just survived it. Like, no. Just survived my day. Listen, I'm home, so I survived it, guys. My low is I had a lot of clothes to fold. I did laundry on Sunday, didn't fold the clothes because it was so much. And was it Sunday I did laundry? I got my days all twisted up. Yeah, it was Sunday. I did laundry, had a game that day, and I did laundry, didn't fold the clothes because it was just too much, and the laundromat was just so hot. So I came home with baskets and I said I'll fold them, and I never did. I folded them this morning. So that was kind of my low, but I'm glad I got it done, so it became a high. So that was pretty much it. What about you, Justice?
So a low for today, I didn't wash all the dishes. So I'm gonna have to do that when I get off of here, hold myself accountable to that. A high I had was I don't know, I was doing a lot of reflecting from like the weekend and stuff like that, so it was good to just like process all that that was happening. And I had a good weekend, by the way. But and another high I got to spend the day like with my husband. So he has a lawn care business, so he hurt himself yesterday, so he stayed home from work today, so I got to spend the day with him, so that was a high.
Aww.
Okay, I guess it's my turn, right?
You,
Okay, so I mean, I was trying to think about all my highs. I think the only high right now that I could say was like going to Michael's today to get my daughter's little costume because she wants to be a fairy garden princess. So I was trying to keep it as pretty. So I'm gonna be making this myself. So we shall see how that turns out.
Oh, fun!
I got a few lows today. Huh?
I think it'll be really nice because you do good like craft.
It's my first time getting creative with like doing a whole tutu and girly stuff, but that's her. She got to be extra special. So my lows was like a lot today, before we got on here, I literally bust my butt in the bath over there in the bathroom.
She got low, y'all. She got low.
Really, I did. But I mean, yeah, I didn't even want to go ramble about my other lows, but yeah, it's a lot.
It'll get better. Tomorrow's gonna be a better day.
It
Right?
sure is.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Just was it Justice or Margarita said they was gonna go first about just introducing yourself because they are new to our panel. So Justice is volunteering to go first. So go ahead, girl.
Yay,
No,
Justice.
so I'm Justice Rodriguez. I'm a Christ follower. I'm a wife. I am a mom to 2 boys. So some of the things, I'll start with what I like to do. So I love to crochet. I love reading. I love writing. I'm actually a blogger. It's called the Young Faithful Mama blog. You know,
Yes.
you can find me on there. But it's actually called the Every Prayer Matters blog, but under the Young Faithful Mama. But yeah, and so I'm actually homeschooling my 2.5-year-old. And we're taking a shot at positive parenting just because learning a lot about myself, about my childhood and stuff like that. I chose that route, just even though it's like a popular thing now, but more so because of the emotional state of my child, right? So my business, like I said, is called the Young Faithful Mama. So my heart really with the whole thing is to help young moms battling postpartum depression, mom guilt, stop feeling overwhelmed and unqualified for where they're at. Just start beginning to be the woman of faith that God intends them to be, right? So they can find the peace and the joy of motherhood and stop stressing. I give a lot. I have a group, a support group where I give like a lot of tips and tricks, and I share devotionals that touch my heart in hard times, and just giving them that support that they need through that hard time, right? And I love motivating young women, young moms, and I love the kids. I really do. I really like what Ashley, like I love that about you. Like I don't know what's going on with the school system, but I just feel like we're moms, we can give our children all that they need. We just have to put our minds to it. Like we can do hard things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
That was
Just
great.
before we go to anybody else, I'm not familiar with the positive parenting. You
Yeah,
said?
me neither.
Yeah, I was
So can you tell us a little bit about that, Justice?
So and I'm still reading my books, okay? So
No,
great.
that's fine. Just tell us what you know about it.
So peaceful parenting, gentle parenting basically instead of what our parents did, like straight to just yelling at your kid, you should know better, really just giving them age appropriate consequences, logical, like Lord, what is it called? If you do the consequence, it has to match the thing that they did, right?
The action.
So yes, okay, there you go. Sorry.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so basically the action and the consequence have to go together, right? You're not just, hitting your child. You're not to control, right? Because usually our parents hit us to feel a sense of control. Positive parenting, gentle parenting, however you want to call it. A lot of people think it's, oh, well, I'm just letting my kids do whatever they want. I'm not really, I'm just like, okay, honey, I can see you're very upset because you can't have the ice cream. We're just going to give it to you. It's okay. Don't worry. I care about your emotions, right? So it's okay. Everything's okay. Not necessarily the case. It's more so you do a lot of inner healing because your inner child, it's wounded when you feel like the first reaction you need to do is either yell, scream at your child or hit your child, right? So you do a lot of inner work with yourself to model what you want your child to do instead of trying to control them to get what you want them to do. So I just like the approach to it more better,
Okay. I like that. I like that. I never heard of that. So
really,
I'm not a mom, so that might be the reason why. So I was interested in that's neat. Okay, I like that.
Good. I never heard of it either. So
wow.
Yeah, you learn something new every day. I like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of, I don't, well, maybe it's because like that's what I'm striving to do. So I follow a lot of people who talk about it, like different, like giving you tips and things you can do, instead of going the route. Because like the thing is that in the Bible it says to train a child the way they should go, right? A lot of people quote like, you know, spare the rod, spoil the child, but they don't quote the other end of the scripture, right? So you're bringing you're bringing them into correction, right? To correct them, discipline. A lot of people think discipline means to inflict some type of harm, right? You like to you gotta like when you want to discipline, like let's say an animal, you can either talk to them, try to do it the professional way, or what did our parents do? They just say, okay, well, you know, you're gonna get a pop, you're gonna get a whooping, whatever. There's I feel like it's harder because you have to actually do more work than just allow your emotions to drive your parenting.
Yeah.
Especially when it's more than one kid.
Yeah.
Trust me. Yeah.
I'll be giving myself timeouts all the time.
Girl, I give in. I'd be like, you want the ice cream? Sure. Here you go. Be quiet. Give me a second. But I'm gonna practice that. Justin.
I'm gonna start doing that. Like, I really wanted to do that in the group too. So
well, I'm gonna, you know, get some pointers from you because girl, I'm that kind of mom that'll be like, here's the ice cream, just eat it.
That's crazy. That's they actually call that, like, well, I don't know if you're doing it all the time, but it's called a permissive parent. So permissive parent just gives into.
Okay, maybe I did hear about this. It just wasn't called that. Because I've heard of
that.
It
was. I don't. Yeah, like
psychology. I took psychology class and they talked about this.
Okay.
So maybe it's like, you know, a psychologist.
I wonder, you know what's funny? Because I don't know if maybe I did it with my niece and not notice it. Like, I remember we used to take my niece everywhere, like to go out and eat and stuff like that. She was always with us, like when we had her on our days. And I remember like just going to a restaurant. She had always been good. Like, because I remember one time she was like trying to go from table to table and stuff like that. So then I was like, Dariana, come over here. Listen, we're at a restaurant. So you had two choices. You can sit on here as us, like adults, or I'm going to have to put you in a high chair. Well, she did not want no parts of that high chair. So her butt sat down and was with us and was fine. Like we gave her like a little paper and a pencil and she was like doodling, and we'll get her to do that, or, you know, she'll play a game on the phone until the food comes. That's literally, and then she has to put it away. How you do it. So I feel like it might have been that, and I didn't even know I was doing that.
Yeah, it's just it's like just choosing to, you like, I know, like, especially when you're going through your own stuff, like it's so easy for you to just be like, you know what, I done said stop like so many times.
I told you to stop running around.
So I feel like sometimes I'll catch myself, like, especially with Xavier, right? Because he's about to be 3 in December.
That's a tough age.
Yeah, he's already started with his no or no more mommy, or, you know, no, his nose. So I give him the option. So what you're doing, like, that's literally how you talk to them. That's one of the tactics that you can use, right? Just a natural consequence. So
yeah. And listen, the high chair was like her evil, like she didn't want no parts of it. She's like, no, I want to sit with you guys. Like, what are you talking about, high chair? No. So that's cool.
Oh, that's good. What about you, Margarita?
Oh my God.
It's
my turn, right? So okay, so I'm a mom of 3 kids. I have two girls, oh my God, and 1 boy, and my husband, my best friend. And I do pharmacy, and I just, like, right now I'm being consistent with my pharmacy, but I'm also, you know, still finding myself as like, I'm trying to go back to church. I'm trying to get my life straight with God again, like I did before. So a little bit about what is pharmacy is like makeup, skincare. And I literally got into pharmacy for like maybe like a year ago. And I didn't know how to do makeup or anything. I was just like, okay, what is pharmacy? Let me try it out. And when I got in there, I was like, oh my God, I don't even know how to do makeup. Like, how am I supposed to do all of this, you know? And the person that signed me up, she was just like, it's okay. You learn as you go. And I just started YouTubing how to do my makeup and how to do everything. And right now, I could say on my own, I feel like a pro doing my makeup. Okay.
Mhm.
I really do. Um, yeah. And, I'm just like, literally, I didn't even know what was skincare. I didn't even know what was like cleaning your face with a special face cleanser. I didn't know what's that. I normally wash my face with regular soap and that's it, call it a day. But now I do a whole skincare and, take care of my skin and I love it. I have my 11-year-old daughter already like taking care of herself. My youngest, she's just like a whole nother thing. She's like a whole 16-year-old right now in a 4-year-old
God.
body. Yeah, she
Yeah.
loves her skincare, loves her makeup because when I do manage to go live, somehow she manages to get on there and just be like, hi guys, I'm doing my makeup. And,
Yeah.
Oh my
you
goodness.
know, yeah. So she's like my mini best friend. And,
Aw.
my girls, like, I love them. And my son, he's just like, everything that I ever wanted. My son, he's like my baby.
Aw.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah,
How
that's what
old's
I
your
do.
son?
My son, he's 6 years old. Yeah, he's his own person. Like I'm telling you, like he has stories for days. He has a imagination that is just like, wow. You'll
Yeah.
really believe his stories too. Like
He'll,
you'll be like, really? And
he'll get along good with Armani, right, Vanessa? Like, Justice even heard him a few times.
That
listen, he
boy,
has a
I
dog and
swear, I love
everything.
Armani though.
My son
He has
tells
a
me,
dog.
"Oh yeah, I just walk my dog," and I'm like, "Yeah, where's your dog?" And he's like, "He's sleeping right now. Like he's sleeping on my bed. I just gave him food." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay, that's good. I don't gotta get you a dog right now."
Right?
That
Yeah.
is, you ain't gotta buy no food, no nothing. He's good.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. That dog is like not a bother. I don't even hear him bark. Okay.
He's trying to tell you he
Yeah.
wanted a dog.
Ashley
Yeah.
gonna be putting
Oh,
words
he
into
does.
his mouth.
He
Listen,
does.
he just played a Vanessa on what she did to her niece is what he's doing to you. He's
He's
getting,
trying.
Hey.
And he's trying.
he's trying.
He's trying. Talking amongst each other, and they tell me, "Oh yeah, I want a dog," or go tell mom that we should get a dog. Like they showed me pictures and everything, girl. I'm like, okay, we'll think about it.
Well, my kids wanted a pet, and I was like, no, I'm not getting, because we had a dog and when we moved, we couldn't have them here. And then it was just like, when we had them, they weren't taking care of them. So it was just like, no, we're not doing it. So one day we found a turtle. This is funny and how we end up with lizards. We found a turtle on the road. So we picked it up and saved it, right? And the kids just wanted this turtle. And the turtle freaked me out because it had these little claws and it was just like, ugh. Okay. I was like, we're not keeping this turtle. Like I thought turtles was like cute and cuddly, but it looked creepy to me. Head out the shell, like, we don't want that. I said, go put that there back out in the grass somewhere because we're not keeping that. And so then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go get something that is like low maintenance. And I got a lizard. Now we got 3. So, the kids
Oh
will
my God.
drive you into getting. You start with 1, then they want 2, then they want. Listen, if we could get a 4th, they'll get a 4th. They was already talking about them having babies. Like, oh God.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. So kids will work you. They will really
Yeah,
work
they
Oh
you.
will.
yeah.
What type of lizards do you have again?
The bearded dragons. They're really good, actually. They're
yeah,
like,
my husband actually wants them. Like he was
yeah.
looking at getting this it's like albino or something. Like it's
Oh,
called
it's zero. It's
zero.
called a zero. Yep.
Yeah.
My man wants a zero so bad. So if he find one at a good price, let us know.
Yeah, he found one. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get this. I'm like, we live in an apartment. Can we even get a lizard like that?
Yes.
Like, where you about to put this lizard?
Oh, believe me, I can show you. We fit them. We definitely fit them.
My goodness.
Yeah, they're really good pets because I'm not gonna say they're low maintenance. They poop a lot, so they definitely poop a lot and they eat a lot. They like crickets and all that other stuff, but they are like really calm compared to the other lizards. Like iguanas, they'll like beat you up.
Oh yeah, they swing their tails.
Yeah, but that one they say is like the dog of the lizards. So, and they're pretty neat. Once they get big, their nails they scratch you up, but they're good. So it's a good pet. Your kids will love them. They won't bite your kids.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Oh man.
All right. So what we're gonna talk about basically is just basically what is your purpose for just wanting to be someone in the public eye on social media. Basically, like what can you give? I know like Justice just boom, boom, boom. Like that was so good. I love your calls. But like what, like other than that, I guess I'm picking on you, Justice, right? Like I'm just going right in with you, Justice. What do you want from like this? Like what would you
to? Because I'm pretty sure I think I mentioned this before. Like I used to be extremely shy. Then I got into like multi-level marketing and it literally just drug me up out of my shell. So, but I am very much an introvert. But I want to be able to speak, like I said, to young women, young moms, let them know that God still has a purpose and a plan for them, right? And that it's okay, especially like deep thinkers, right? Like it's okay to share your thoughts. It's okay to be authentically you, hot mess express, and you can do all things through Christ. Like I just want to be able to be, especially because it's so taboo, like when you are a Christ follower, right? Like, oh, well, I don't know if I can like be a part of conversations that are not only talking about my faith or my religion. That is the center of my life. Yes, that is a very big, that's my identity, right? Like I am a child of God. But if I don't speak up, even if it's just, let's say we're talking about something that is not of God, right? Like speaking about topics, sharing my point of view, my feelings towards it or whatever, it can help break it. You can't, one thing I learned about being Christian, our whole point is to go out and make disciples, right? How can I make disciples if I'm only surrounding myself with the same people that only talk about the same thing and only think the same way? Even if you read the Bible, right? Jesus, he sat with sinners. He brought them to Christ. He sat with them. He healed them. He talked to them. So that's what I want to do. Do what Jesus did. Just go out, share my testimony, share my story, and let people know that it's not just this person or that person. God loves all of us, right? Jesus died for all of us. So that's what I want to do.
Yes, Justice. Yes.
I love that. And let me tell you something, Justice. Like, I mean, I haven't been able to share this with you, but you really helped me get past something that I was struggling with for a very long time, And this was this recent topic that you were talking about. And I couldn't, like, I forgave someone a while ago, and I just couldn't see myself how to, build that relationship back up with them. I felt like sometimes, that relationship every time I was surrounding myself with that person, it kind of like, broke my spirit at some point. And, I couldn't like, I felt like I was, like God was judging me for that, would judge me for that. Like, oh, you forgave this person, but you still living with that kind of like a resentment
Yep.
almost. But that's what was my fear, like, okay, I stopped talking to this person. Now God is gonna be like, judge me for this. And,
It's the residue.
and I felt, yeah,
It's the
and
residue.
I literally felt like, oh my God, like, did I really not give this person a chance? And then every time I was thinking, everything that I was thinking, I just heard you talk, and I was just like, I felt like you had like some kind of camera on me or something. I was like, girl, how you know? How do you know this? Like, you live right there. You was just talking. I'm like, God, like, really? Like, are you doing this right now? And it was just like, wow. So
Uh,
I truly appreciate, and
that
I watch
encourages
you
me.
live, girl. Like, no, yes.
It was a hard week. That encourages me
Mm-hmm.
so much because I'm over here like, Lord, I don't want to talk about this. This is hard. This is not cute. This is really hard to talk about. And I'm so like, God, thank the Lord that you got that breakthrough. You were able to deal with it. You got the checklist, so you could just be like, okay, so I did my part.
Definitely.
Because you gotta, the thing with like forgiveness and moving on, like sometimes we have to forgive people who never said sorry.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we forgive
Yeah.
people and we're like, I forgive them, but I literally don't never want to speak to them again. I hate their guts. And hate is like,
Yeah.
Just
It's
it's
bad.
bad.
like,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, that's why I love, like, I was telling my friend about the verse today, you version, like, your heart, guard your heart with all vigilance, right? Because that's where everything flows from.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hold that hate in your heart, that's the residue. You'll be like, man, I could have said more. I could have said it in a different way. I could have did something different. So that's why you, like, I gave it like that, how God gave it to me, literally straight,
Mm-hmm.
like straight. Because you don't want to, when we leave relationships, any relationship, especially if it's like family, you want to make sure you're like, okay, listen, I know I tried my best, I did everything I could, I don't feel this way towards them, I love them, but I feel like it's best that we're just like, you over here on the east, I'm over here on the west, right? Like, and that's just like how it has to be.
That far
Sometimes
away
it's
love.
hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm so happy for you, like, I really am. Like,
Thank you.
that is amazing.
Yeah. Trev, yeah, I know.
What about you, Victoria? You wanna go, or you wanna, like?
I'm gonna pass it to Vanessa so I could hear hers real quick, and then I'll go after her.
I like what you did, Victoria. I like what you did.
She made us think she about to go in. I'm like, damn.
So,
Internet went bad.
Listen, I don't know if I can top justice. Woo! I was so into it, but honestly, like, that's why I joined this podcast. I feel like we're all women. We're all women, strong women. We all come from different backgrounds. We live in different states. Some of us, we're different ages. Some of us are married with kids. Some of us just have kids. Some of us don't have kids like me. Like, we just come from different backgrounds. And I feel like this podcast is just to put positivity out there and, let women, even men, know that these are topics that we all think about, we all go through. Like we've discussed, I can't even remember all the things we discussed because we're a couple episodes in. And I feel like our conversations are even going to get deeper than what they have been because we've been trying to be good, be positive. But there's stuff that we need to talk about like just society and what's going on. And, certain things that me and Ashley discuss all the time. And, we may have people that don't like what we have to say after these podcasts, but I feel like it's necessary to be said. But we wanted to put out something out there that wasn't just gossipy, negative, provocative. showing women in a sexual way or a negative way or anything like that. We want to be positive. We want to put positivity out there. We want women to know that they're not alone in a lot of things that we all go through it. We all feel depressed. We all feel down. We all go through certain things, but they're not by themselves. You know what I mean? And this is the format to talk about it. You know what I mean? So that is my purpose for this. And I feel great after I do these podcasts. It's crazy. Like you're getting on here and you're like, I'm doing it to help other people, but it helps yourself too. It's so therapeutic and you don't even know it.
Yeah, it's like a release, like.
Oh my God, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess I'll go now. Now it's my turn.
Victoria, your turn, Missy.
I joined. Well, at first I thought it was just going to be something fun. We could just, I had just met Ashley, and then I was introduced to Vanessa, and it was like just as a fun thing. But then as like the time progressed, and after all the episodes that we've done already, and I've found my purpose more and more throughout that process. Like I've grown so much from the beginning of this podcast, or whatever the show that we're doing. So I haven't really gotten really deep into my story, but I want to be able to be there for people that have been places where I've been, like depression, anxiety. Like I'm sober for the last 8 months. I haven't drank in 8 months. Just like there's so many different aspects, like different things that not a lot of people know about me. I try to share it on my platform, but if I can find a way to reach more people, then I'm gonna do it. And I just want people to know that they're not alone. Just like Vanessa said, like we're all human beings. We all go through stuff. My mission in life is just to like encourage and uplift other women. I think that's what we're all here for, and just to be a positive light in somebody else's life. Even if I could touch that one person and help that one person, then I feel like I've done my job, basically. So that's why
That's beautiful.
That is so good, girl. See, I knew you needed that break for a second so you could just let it out.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I guess
congratulations on your 8 months.
Yes,
thank
you.
Yes, that's
That's
great.
really awesome.
Yes. And listen, I feel like a lot of people can relate, a lot of people can relate to that area. And like you said, we all come from walks of life. So, and it's really good that you even were brave enough to even speak on that. And I think that's so great that you did. And I feel like it's even more great that you've got to these 8 months and you're still going, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
applaud to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. I'll go, Margarita, so I can give you some time. You got this, girl. She be going live doing her makeup and everything.
I know.
And she be doing so good. Like, girl, you are.
I don't know. I think it's just like that feeling of being on the camera, live, and then.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I still get nervous. Like sometimes, like I'm stumbling words. So I'm so in my mind. Like, should I say this? Should I say this?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like. My problem is I feel like I'm not saying enough, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's my biggest thing. Like, I feel like I'm not saying enough. So like, I'm always just like in my brain, should I not say this? Should I not say this? So I'm always like, I'm my own guard. So my purpose is kind of similar to everyone's, honestly. But my biggest standpoint, and I know you girls know this, like, I really want to reach the mothers of children, just because I want to help the children. And I feel like so many of us are lost, in this world, right? We're lost in this world. And so much, our kids are being attacked, like so like strongly right now. And I feel like so many people are so blinded by what's going on social media. Like, oh, I want to look like her, or I want to be like this person. Instead of like, and then it's like so many people are jumping on different causes for the wrong reasons because it's just a trend, and at the end of the day, our kids are the ones that's being walked over and they're not thinking about them, and they're the ones that's going to have to live through this, you know what I mean? So like after the aftermath, like who's going to save them when they're already damaged? You know, once you take their innocence from them, it's no coming back. Like, you know what I mean? So and I can say from us, like us growing up, once our innocence is broken, it's like, you know, you can't get that back. Once we've done something or did something, or seen something that has taken our innocence to make us look at like reality, like, oh, wow, it just hit us, you know what I mean? And once that is taken from a kid, like it's gone, you know what I mean? And I feel like we as parents are supposed to protect that. Not even just parents, like humans, like, you know, humanity. I heard someone talking today, like it's no humanity. Like, I don't know if anyone's seen this, but like so many people are caught up on like just getting likes and everything like that. Like it was just on SEPTA. Did y'all see that? A woman was being raped on a bus, a SEPTA train, a bus or whatever. And they were recording it, guys, recording it. Like,
oh my God.
Instead of someone, like I literally would have went to jail because I would have literally like manhandled, I would have became a man at that point. Like I would have manhandled this person. Like there's
That's
no
horrible.
way.
Oh.
And it's just that sad. Like, what do y'all thought that was a joke? Like, and that's how brainwashed people are. Like, something real is happening right now. And instead of waking up to see it, they think it's all a reality show. Let's record it. Let's put it on social media, see how many likes we get. Because this is going to blow me up. This is going to make me viral. But we have to protect our kids at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, and like, I feel this so wholeheartedly, like, we have to protect them. And it's so much I can say on it, but I'm gonna leave it for other topics. But my biggest purpose is to reach I feel like women, because we hold a strong, you know, and it doesn't even have to be a mother, because there's so many women that adopt, you know, there's so many women that are just aunts to a kid that doesn't have, you know, a mother in their life, you know what I mean? Or just doesn't have good people in their life, period. Like, even if you're just a bystander, it doesn't even have to be your child. Like, if you know someone going through something, you know what I mean? Or you see something that's not right, like, it is your place to, you know, be that Karen, I guess, because now we call it a Karen, you know, on every levels, right? But sometimes you have to be that person for a child. Like, I don't care about an adult, but you have to be that person for a child, no matter what, you know what I mean? Yeah. And to protect our kids. And if you see something that's not right, that's being advertised for a child to see in a child's eye view, like, take it down, you know what I mean? Stand for something, you know what I mean? Or you fold for everything, you know what I mean? And that's really how I feel like, and I want to reach people so they can understand, like, you can think for yourself, you know what I mean? We all have this in us, you know, God is in us, to where we hear him, he talks to us, but a lot of people don't hear him because they're so caught up into the world, you know, and they're so caught up into, like, and we were trained this way. Like, I really feel this way. Like, we were trained to not hear him, just like we're trained not to know him, right? So it's like, when you hear him, you shut him out, because it's like, they call it fear, right? You fear that, because if you do that, you know, people are going to be mad if I say this, or people are going to not like me if I say this. So it's like, you have to start connecting with him on a whole nother level, you know what I mean? So you can actually hear him, and you can, you know, become your purpose, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do anything if you don't know your purpose. And that's what we do here. Like, we're finding our purpose. Some of us kind of know what it is, but it's still growing, you know what I mean? Because your purpose never stops, you know what I mean? You do one good thing, do another one. Like, why stop at one? You know what I mean? So, and that's where I come from. Look, I get so heated with this because it's like, it's so hard. And I really feel like being a mom of 2 generations is a whole nother level of understanding. Like, you've lived it at one, you know what I mean? You've lived it 18 years already, and now you're doing it again. And it's like, all right, well, I seen it through here, and I seen me sleep here. I didn't know what was going on. And then I see that, not that my kids are a product of, you know, not good, but I can see where me as a parent, of not knowing how to protect them failed. You know what I mean? So now being a little more woke to it, right? Now I can change things with my younger ones, which makes me sad. Like it's times I cry because I can't be that for them. But listen, I don't even want to cry about it now, but it's just something powerful. Like I really want people to understand, like, don't get caught up. Like what we do, yeah, we're on social media, but this is not life, guys. And we're on here because my cause on social media, like at one point I got lost in it. And I come on here now to help other women, to help other people, and not just women, people, you know, and know that we're all we have, honestly. There's so many odds against us, you know. We got to protect our kids, especially our kids, that we're all they have right now, you know. So that's where I stand with it.
Absolutely. That's crazy. I didn't even hear about that SEPTA thing. And
yeah, I heard it today at the post office, and I was just like, it was so hard for me not to jump in that conversation because I was so angry. And they said it was on the news. I don't even watch the news. That's probably why.
Yeah, me neither.
And I couldn't believe it. Like, you're recording it, like, but that's just the world we're in right now.
It's so true, because they not one person picked up the phone to call 911, but they picked up their phone to record it and put
because
it
they're
out
desensitized. They're like, that's all it is. Like, they're
exactly.
Like, you talk about grooming.
That's
like,
their new
they
normal.
Desensitize you. That's how they get it. Like, that's why I feel like, and you know, like God allows you to do certain things for certain reasons and be in certain places at certain times for certain reasons, and like even like at point in time where like I felt like I couldn't even talk to God because of what, like, where I was or what I was doing at the time, even though it was like something, you know, in the world standard, oh, this is not bad, it's still good, right? You know, doing multi-level marketing and stuff like that is fine, it's great. But for me, and I always do, like, there was just something, like, I don't know why I'm here, thank God I'm here, thank you for this opportunity, but there's something else here, and I don't know why I'm here. And really allowing myself to, well, God allowing me to see what I saw in certain things, like how social media, like Instagram, like instant gratification. Like you ever heard somebody say that, right? Like
I didn't,
like,
but that makes sense.
That's not for me, that's from somebody else. But I really heard that, and I was like, that's it. Like really going after the likes and the followers. And like, I think for me, because I'm a very logical person, like knowing, like, this is like knowing what I know, right? Like what, like Ashley said, like God's like our purpose. Yes, we are supposed to be looking, like, not searching for purpose. Purpose is going to come because our story has already been written, right?
Yeah.
But really sitting there being like, okay, so what does God say? Like, my purpose is to serve God. He provides. He's Jireh, right? He is enough. He will provide my purpose, what I need to do. He'll tell me what my calling is. He'll put you right dab in the middle of it, and you'll be like, well, I don't know why I'm here, and then boom, it hits you, and it'll be revealed to you, but you have to seek after him, right? And then you'll get there. And like, that's the thing. I think a lot of people with the whole likes and just striving to be, oh, I want to be popular, I'm going to sit there and record somebody being raped because I know that this is just going to get me to where I need to be on social media. I'm going to be a star. I'll be an influencer. Not realizing, like, your moral value, your values are,
you're
like,
selling
low.
Your soul to the devil.
You know, soul just for some likes. Some likes.
Yes.
It's really crazy.
That's why I feel like, you know, so many people want to get to the top, right? But before you get to the top, you have to connect with him. You have to connect with God to know you won't lose yourself up there, because you will. Like, you will. And it's so sad to me. That's why, like, and like I was just talking to Victoria, like, you can't follow these celebrities. And I say it all the time, like, a lot of them, there's some that stand ground, but it's very slim. You know what I mean? And you can't go up and follow these people and or want to be like them, because a lot of them have lost themselves and don't even have respect for you. And honest, it's just monetize, they want the money they can gain from you. They don't, and that's, you can't, like, I hate when people say, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry, guys. Like, I hate that word. I used to say it all the time when I started social media marketing. Don't be hungry. You can't be hungry, because when you're hungry, don't be starving. You know what I mean? You got to know what you want. Listen, you got to be rich all the way up. Feel rich, even when you on your last dime. You know what I mean? Because when you feel hungry and you feel like you're starving, you'll do anything to get where you want to be.
Oh my God, yes.
And that's
you will
when the
sell
enemy
your soul,
attack
you will sell everything.
He will attack you at that moment, because you want it so bad, and they'll see that you want it so bad, and you know what I mean?
They'll take advantage of that.
Yeah. And that's why you have to remember who you are all the way to the top, and you got to stand for something, or you're going to fall for anything. And I stand by that. Like, listen, if you cannot stand for something, and you better stand for it all the way through, so they can understand, don't mess with me, because you ain't gonna get it from me. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what, just to me, like it's so crazy. Like, what I see, and I do social media influencing, and I understand it, but I understand it on a whole nother level. If you're going to influence for a reason, not for someone to look like you or be like you. You know what I mean? So help them be the best them. You know,
and I think it really like it goes back to like your identity. Like, instead of your identity, your true identity, right? Like, who you're identifying as. Because right now, and I know this is a touchy subject, but everybody's identifying as their sexuality, and that is not even that's just a piece of who you are. That is not who you are. Yeah. Right. So a lot of people are blinded by they don't blinded by what they think their identity is, and what you really learn, like what everybody really learned. Because, like I said, every knee shall bow, every tongue will confess that he is Lord at the end, right? You're gonna realize, like, my identity was never in any of this. Your identity is in helping people, right? Being the mom, being the wife, being the sister, being the aunt. All those are all hats that we wear. But if you're not grounded, like the Bible talks about having, like, if you on sand, like, you fit in the sink. You fit in the sink. You're not gonna last that long. Like, you can build your foundation. You may be lucky, you may get to tippy top, but if your foundation is not grounded, it will slip, it will fall. But when you build on a rock that will never fade, it's never going to drop. You will not slip. So that's why you have to ground yourself. A lot of people are just like, well, I know this person who blew up overnight. I could do that. All she was doing was singing, or all he was doing was posting videos about this. I could do that. I'll blow up overnight. There's a process to everything that we go through, right? Some people want to skip the process just to get to where they think they need to be. In reality, where you need to be, is getting your foundation checked. You need to check your foundation. Hashtag check your foundation. Check your foundation.
Oh my God.
We're laughing, but it's so true.
No, but it's so serious.
It's so true.
It's so
because,
true.
like you said, people base on sexuality, but listen, the person you are is not your sexuality or anything. It's the choices you make. Exactly. It's the choices, like, when nobody's watching what you're doing, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Because it's not even what you do while people are watching you. It's what you're doing when people are not watching you. What are the choices that you're making as a person? And that makes you who you are.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, Marguerite, we gave you enough time.
Yeah.
You should be warmed up.
Yeah. Honestly, you guys said a lot of stuff that I was gonna say too, but my purpose, like, honestly, I see myself here. I have a story, and I never told my story. And listen, I have a story ever since, girl. Like, I'm telling you, like, God put me here on this earth for a reason, and my story is very big. And I am really grateful to God because, I'm able to, I was able to live that and survive it and stand here today and be able to hopefully one day tell you guys, you know, um, I mean, my story is really deep and I don't know, it's just, but I hope one day I could be able to share it. I haven't come around that yet to like let it out there, but I do pray about it and I do tell God, like, I want to prepare myself to tell my story because I know I could help a lot of women out there that are probably going through the same thing that I went through, and I'm just like I was really, happy when Ashley said, "Hey, you want to be part of this?" Like we all have like our minds, we think different things, but we all want the same thing, and it's to help other women, like not sit there and just like how some women on social media could sit there and bash one another, like, oh, like they use each other as stepping stones. They step on you and
All
they
over
get up
each other.
there. Yeah.
Mm.
And it's just like, we all want the same thing, we all working for the same reason, for a better life, for financial freedom, whatever it is. Like, I don't know, maybe some women out there just want to have a friend, and
Yeah.
there you go. That's us right here, You
Yeah.
don't have nobody to talk to, but they look forward to us on Mondays, Like,
Mhm.
oh, let me jump on and see, Vanessa, Ashley, Margarita, Justice, and this her like, I don't know, like we could impact somebody's life out there, and I'm glad to be part of this and and who knows who we're gonna help, I mean, I know Justice helped me and she didn't even know,
Yes.
I don't
And
be doing. I just be listening to the orders I get. That's it.
Listen, and it's so
yeah.
funny, like Marguerite, like she means this when she says, like, I remember asking her, right? Because me and her been like going back and forth lately, like hard. And I asked her, I'm like, would you like to be on it? And she was like, yeah, like she's like, oh my God, I'm so happy you asked. And then she's like, I really think you should ask Justice. And I said, it's so funny. Like, I really like me and Justice, we have history, like good history, of course, but like I know Justice. Like, so I was kind of like skeptic to even ask her just because like some things we talked about. So I was just like, I don't even know if I should ask her, but like I don't know if Victoria and Vanessa ever noticed, like I always say, if anyone wants to be on the panel, and I Justice used to be one of our watchers all the time. Like I used to see her name pop in.
Like hint, hint,
hint, hint, hint. Hello, Justice. Are you watching this? So like, if
Where
you
you
want
at,
to just
girl?
let me know, like I didn't want to be the one asking you this time. Like, can you just hint, hint? Like, I'm trying to get you on. And I just didn't. So when Marguerite said it, I was like, oh my God, she gave me like the fuel to ask her, but then I was like, I shut it down. Like, and so I did it after a couple hours, I ended up doing it. But like when she said it and I was like, so like, yeah, I'm gonna ask her. And then I start getting into my mind again. I'm like, oh, she's probably gonna say no.
That'd be getting them. That'd be good. I'm like, man, I can really talk about that topic. I think you guys were talking about like zodiac signs or something.
Yeah.
And of course, like, yes, I know zodiac signs are not of God. I know that. But I have a history of, listen, my discernment, let's put it that way. When it came to certain things with like your zodiac, I would be like, I know exactly who you are. Yeah. But it got bad. And I felt like one thing I did want to say, I was like, I have a whole bunch to say. But like, I didn't want to allow people to define people by their zodiac. So I was like, Lord, I should be on there. I was like, no. They don't want to hear about me. I've been just talking about Jesus so much, and like, some people don't want to hear about that, but I'm gonna just stay in my lane. Like, but
we need that. We need all that.
Yes.
And
I know, and like, that's why when you asked me, I was like, you know what? That's who I am. Like, that's what I mean. Like, that's why I'm very cautious with what I share, because like, that's just who I am.
Yeah.
Like you could be just talking, we could talk about anything. I'll just start quoting the Bible verse and you're just like, oh, should I write that down? Like what you just said? You know, so it's like that's just what it is. So, but I'm happy you asked me, and I love this. This is great.
So
love that.
Margarita, she listened. You really touched her because she was like, "Oh my God, she's been helping me through it," and like that's what she said. She said, you know, she has really been helping me through, you know, some things, and I'm telling you, like, you should ask her because I feel like she's coming from a good place, and I was like, you know, you're so right. And I've been wanting her, but I don't know. I don't know. I was kept on shutting it down. She didn't get the clue. Maybe she don't want to do it. So
she did.
I didn't even go there, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad that we're here. And I hope everyone enjoyed this because I know we really did. And we killed it, girls, because I didn't even know if we was going to get through an hour. And we really did kill it.
Wow.
So thank you to everyone who's watching. And listen, please hit that share button because this movement or whatever you want to call it, you know, it needs to get out because we are going to be discussing so many topics. Like, and honestly, you guys share, like I'll be getting makeup tutorials on my news feed requests. Y'all can share this. This is positivity. You know what I mean? Like share this. Okay.
Really.
And go follow the girls. They are all tagged in it. Go follow them, check them out. They all have links in their bios. They have so much going on. So check them out. We do everything: makeup, wellness. Listen, we do the Bible. We do helping young women. Listen, we do
a little bit of everything. You gotta get a little bit of everything.
We even got someone that's in the law, so if you need some advice, she can get you some legal advice. We got it all. Listen, if you need to do some, you know, child support or something, we can even hook you up with the papers. We got you covered. So this was great. If anyone has any ending things they want to say, but it was good.
I want to say that I'm excited to have Justice because I've recently found God. Like I've been religious my whole life. Like I've gone to church, but I've been reading the Bible and I've been talking to God. So I'm gonna have to go find you on Facebook so that I can follow you and get into it.
Come on over. Cause this that's the thing. It's not about religion, it's about relationship. Your relationship with him. And only you and him know how that's gonna go, right? So I'm happy to even hear that you're getting back into it and everything. So come on over.
She's like, come on over.
This is so good, but I can't wait. Next week I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a special guest, just have to confirm it, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a special guest, so we'll have something good for you next week. So I can't wait to jump on next Monday. Was this time good for everyone?
I loved it. It worked perfect for me.
Those kids running behind us, right?
We get the kids sleeping already.
This is good. All right, girls. Well, thank you. And like we said, you know, come join us in conversation. I think the conversations were so good. We didn't even really do the comments, did we?
I was kind of trying to comment, I was replying to Denise and
I said a few things and it was kind of hard to look down. I didn't want to be
rude. And I was listening to everybody. I was into everything. So.
It was so good. I feel like you made our introductions just right. Can we not post our introductions? Hold on. This is good. All right, ladies, let's end this and I'll see you girls next week. Well, we'll talk in between time, but
bye everybody. Bye.